Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my channel Dada's Dialogue. In our today's video, we'll be talking about scenario interview question that probably you might be asked during your interview. Yes, I remember I've made a video like this, and in fact, the response I got from people, my subscribers, the lovers of these channels is tremendous. In fact, let me be honest with you guys, that happens to be my very first video that we crossed the threshold of 1,000 viewers. And because of that, here on my YouTube channel as well as on my Instagram messages, my WhatsApp messages, many people are telling me that I should do more videos, at least to enlighten more people about scenario-based interview questions. In fact, some are sending me messages concerning the scenario interview questions they are being asked during their own interview, and they are telling me that I should please share it with others so that every other person can benefit from the video. And that is the reason why I'm making my today's video. So first of all, let's start by the very first question I received on this YouTube channel, and the person asked that give an example of how you can promote dignity and respect to clients. Well, I have answered the question here on YouTube channel, but for the sake of those of you who might not be aware or who might not see the comment and did not even know my response to the person, I'll be sharing my response or my view in this video once again. And in order to answer this thing, you just have to believe or know that your client privacy is very, very important. That is, in fact, your first priority working as a carer in any care home. So having it in mind that the dignity as well as privacy of your client is topmost, then you can answer the question like this. Well, I know that my first priority is to maintain my client dignity and to also promote his or her well-being. And in order to do this, I'll first of all make sure that the environment is safe and approachable. If I say anything that can harm the client, I will quickly take it off. And whenever I'm attending to the client, I will also make sure that I ask for his or her opinion in whatever task I'm about to do with him. I will never say because of my client is suffering from dementia and do things for him. Rather, I will keep doing things with him. For instance, if I want to bathe or I want to give him or her a shower or wash, it is very, very important to ask. And not only that, by the time I want to change his or her dress, I need to show him the type of clothes that he wants. And not only that, it is very, very important to limit my questions to question of yes or no. For instance, changing of my client's clothes, I can put on two clothes, one on my right and one on my left, telling my client that which one would you like out of the two? At least it can easily point to this one or that one. And not only that, my client can always nod for yes and shake for no in case of if my client cannot even communicate properly. So it is very, very important in order to maintain the dignity as well as the privacy of my client. It's very, very important to do things with him and not for him. So that is for that part of the question. And the other question that the lady also asked me was, what have you achieved by being part of the care team? What have you achieved by being part of the care team? Anyway, I'm not supposed to answer this question for you because I believe that you coming to the UK as a carer or as a nurse, no doubt you must have one or two achievement that you can count on. If you don't have any achievement, then I don't believe that the role is for you. At least there must be something related to your experience that you can offer the organization. Without that, then it is clear indication that you don't even know why you are coming to the UK. But for the sake of this video, let me just answer the question based on my own achievement. And what can come to my mind is the care that I render to one of my clients where I'm working. She don't even know how to communicate well and all that. But I remember that the very first day I went to her room, she sent me out and she don't even want me to take care of her. But when I was leaving that same day, after she sent me out of her room, I went to her room again just to tell her that, okay, I'm closed for the day and I'll be leaving. Could you believe that this happens to be a turning point in our relationship? I mean, taking care of her, because at that moment, she was very, very surprised that I could come to her telling her that I'm closed for the day. I'll see her tomorrow. And she said, okay, bye-bye. And the following morning, by the time I got there, I wanted to bathe for her. This time around, she did not even query me. She did not talk. And not only that, at the end of the care given to her, I don't know, maybe it's because of the way I take care of her and passionately talk to her as well as encourage her. Maybe that is what prompted her to say thank you to me. And that word, it really, really motivates me, because I believe that at least I'm doing things the right way. So it's part of the achievement that I personally, working in a care home, have achieved. I believe that you too can share something along that line. And believe me, if you don't have any achievement, either working in a care home or in an hospital settings, it is always recommended that you can share your experience taking care of your parent, taking care of anyone related to you. It is also welcome. It is also advisable. You should not say because of it is only in hospital settings, you cannot give any of your experience. Please share your experience, anyone that is related to caring, and your interviewers are more likely to listen to you and to accept it. And in case you don't even have any experience, you can formulate one. In that case, maybe you don't have someone, just think of maybe good things you've done to someone. It may not be a care, it may just even be care that you care for someone, casual care, and the person really appreciates it. You can talk of it, and at the end of the day, you relate it and just link it to maybe hospital settings, and at the end of the day, you are good to go. So that is for that interview question. Apart from that, there is this other message someone sent me on my WhatsApp, and I will also be sharing it with you. And the message goes like this. What would you do if you go to a client and you knock and the client did not open the door, and you could see the client on the floor through the window? What would you do? So this question is talking about you go to your patient door, you knock on the door, the patient is not responding to you, and you can see that the patient is lying on the floor. Something is not just right. Then what will you do? This is a very simple and straightforward question. Even though I said privacy and dignity is very, very important. That same 1998 human right also protect you from going to the client's room, most especially when you see that he is in danger. So what I will do is that I will know that my client's safety is very, very important. And at that particular moment, the first thing to do is to go inside, open the door, even though it's not opening the door for me. I have to open the door, go inside, and if my client is in a terrible condition, I have to do whatever I can to protect him and to provide first aid care. And in case of the client's situation is very terrible, I need to ring a buzzer, an emergency buzzer, making sure that I'm with him or her while other staff come to meet me there. Most importantly, I will also report everything that I've witnessed to the nurse on duty or to the manager. However, if my client is not looking forward to me helping him, I just have to do the little things I can do. I will make sure that the environment is safe while ringing the buzzer. And if I know that I can still manage to rush to the nurse, that means maybe it is not something that serious. I can quickly rush to the nurse who is on duty to inform the nurse the situation on ground and to quickly come to the aid of my client who need help. With that, you make sure that you take your client's safety as the topmost. It is very, very important. That is why we are being called carer, to care for someone who needs to be cared for. So safety comes before dignity or before privacy. Your safety is very, very important. The safety of the client as well is very, very important. So irrespective of the situation, whether the client wants it or whether the client wants me to provide a care for him or not, it is just very, very important to make sure that I do what I can to bring him or her out of any harm, no matter what. And that is how I will answer that question. And another question that I got from that same person is, if you go to someone's house, you enter his room and you met him masturbating, how will you handle the case? What will you do? Well, I want you to know that this is a very sensitive matter because this is a dementia-based scenario question. The reason why I'm saying this is that the way God created us, He created us in such a way that our brain easily processes information in such a way that, when someone is intruding your privacy, it's either you cut the person out or you stop what you are doing at that particular moment. So if someone who is normal is masturbating, he or she will quickly stop as soon as someone intrudes his privacy. Nevertheless, don't get me wrong, masturbating is not wrong. In fact, some doctors are recommending it for health challenge, for health condition. Anyway, I'm not a doctor, but you can browse about it, you can Google it, you can check online. You will see that masturbation in itself, it is not wrong. But masturbating in public or masturbating when someone wants to take care of you and still not stop doing it, it is very, very wrong. And as a result of that, you just have to link it to dementia. So in order to answer this type of question, what I will say is that if I enter my client's room and I find out that he is masturbating, the first thing that I will have to do is to quickly distract his attention. I can play a TV, I can do something just to make sure that his attention is shifted from being masturbating to the things I'm about to do. Also, I can look for an interesting topic to discuss with him, something that maybe he loves discussing about. And if I know that I don't have all these things readily available to me, I can just look for any means, no matter how small it is, just to distract him from doing so. And by the time I take care of him, after everything, the clothes I'll put on for him, I'll make sure that the clothes is not easy to remove. By that, when he is alone, he will not be able to remove it easily. And I will also inform the nurse or the manager who are on duty to let them know the situation. I can also tell the nurse who know much about him or the carers who know much about him to tell me something that can distract him in case of I don't have that information readily available to me, so that I can easily communicate things with him, and at the end of the day, it can easily distract him subsequently when I meet him in such situation. And finally, I will ask the family member, in case of if I don't have any relevant information, I will ask the family member who know much about him to give me any information that might be helpful. And with that, I am not saying that his privacy is not important. Nevertheless, I know that the act, there is something wrong in it. And that is the reason why I have to do whatever I can in my power just to make sure that everything goes right. And I can tell you that the same 1998 Privacy Act still protects you from doing the same thing. Because in that case, you are trying to save your client from any danger that can come from masturbating, being the fact that he don't know what he's doing at that particular moment. And I believe that with that, you'll be able to answer the question. But what if the person is not suffering from dementia, or the person is perfectly okay? Then, in that case, as you enter the person's room, he will quickly know and adjust. And when the person adjusts, it is your responsibility to walk out of the premises. Let him do whatever he wants to do. If you caught him doing so and he quickly adjusts, as a carer, you can tell the person that, oh, you see that he's busy. Don't talk about being masturbating, but you can tell him that, oh, you see that he's busy doing something. You come back maybe in the next 20 minutes or maybe in the next 10 minutes. Then you can continue do what he's doing just to give him the pleasure he wants. And with that, you are not intruding his privacy. But the truth is that I don't even think anybody in a care home will be masturbating without having mental challenge, because people that are going to care home, definitely they have one problem or the other. Normal people, someone like me who is LD, will not go to a care home. And that is the reason why it is very, very important to link it to dementia. And that is how we come to the end of today's video. I hope that one way or the other, you really enjoyed this video. If yes, and you know that you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe, press the like button, share, and also comment, share your view. If you also have any scenario-based interview questions you want me to answer, kindly comment in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to answer whatever question you ask for me. And until our next day when we'll be seeing again, I say one love.